Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Senior Vice President Entertainment, Universal Orlando Resort, Jim Diamond, and Executive Producer, Walt Disney Imagineering, Disney Parks Live Entertainment, Roger Hartzner.
The dramatic allure of nature makes a compelling, truly immersive experience in Illuminations, Human Nature, straddling Banff National Park in Alberta and Rouge Urban National Park in Toronto, Canada. The result is an allegory strong as the will of nature to preserve and compelling as humankind's obligation to an increasingly fragile world.
As an exploration of man's relationship with nature on its own terms and struggling to coexist in the human landscape, the show employs special effects, video, voiceover, and music to layer the natural environment. This is Illuminations.
Illuminations Human Nature is an interactive, immersive artwork experience related to the idea of dissolving boundaries between nature and human existence. In Banff, we focused on human intervention and human relationship, so we illuminate those narratives. And then Rouge, it's in the middle of an urban environment, and it seems like kind of strange even to think about this ecosystem, but it's quite diverse, so we really focused on those narratives at the Rouge site.
The Rouge National Urban Park being the newest park in Canada, and Banff National Park being, of course, the oldest park in Canada, so it kind of ties together.
In this experience, you have a role to play, you have a quest, and now that was quite interesting to see a group of 15 people first know each other. One of the goals is to push innovation of participation on an art piece installation.
The fires contribute to the cycle of rejuvenation, providing space for new plants that cannot break through dense brush.
Thinking going forward and looking after the planet and nature, it's good to have a solid grounding in what's come before and also what's happening now.
Accepting the award for Outstanding Achievement, Connected Immersion Digital Overlay Experience, Director, Arts Administration, Project Lead, Banff Center for Arts and Creativity, Tamara Ross, and Multimedia Director, Moment Factory, Simon Garant.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you, Miigwech. I want to begin by thanking, acknowledging, and honoring the ancestral homelands of the Tongva people that we are so grateful to be gathered on tonight. This project could not have happened without the wisdom, the stories, and generosity from the Indigenous community. Stoney Nakoda, Blackfoot, Tsuut'ina, Williams Treaties First Nations sharing the traditional territory of the Huron-Wendat, Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe peoples, the Mississaugas of the New Credit First Nation, and Eehe Nakoda for their amazing soundtrack. I blame a lot of people for this fantastic creation. First and foremost, Canada for turning 150, and the Government of Canada for funding projects to help celebrate our great country. Carolyn Warren and the Banff Center for Arts and Creativity that dreamed up the idea. Sarah Fuller, who joins us tonight, our artistic genius who had the vision and courage to be paired with Simon and Moment Factory. Shout out to Table 18. A creative force in their own right, Moment Factory was generous in partnering with our little non-for-profit arts institution to help this come to life. Finally, Parks Canada, who helped us tremendously in keeping us safe from animals and ensuring our footprint was as light as it could be on the land. And of course, all those we interviewed and consulted with in the Indigenous and non-Indigenous communities. This was a project that was to happen outside at night in October in Canada, be carbon neutral, environmentally sensitive, requiring 15 strangers to work together, use tools and technology to find and experience 5 interactive sites. So what could possibly go wrong? But instead of a Lord of the Flies scenario, the on-site production teams from both Banff Center and Moment Factory jumped into this adventure full force and ensured that no person was left without experiencing an amazing interactive adventure. It really does take a village to pull these events off, as I know all of you know that in this room, so please do take time to appreciate all who are accredited in your programs. Thank you.
On behalf of Moment Factory, I want to thank you, Tamara, and the BAM Center for Arts and Creativity, as well as Sarah. It was an amazing experience working with you and creating that show. And I think it was a very challenging experience. This project gave us the opportunity to dig really deep into our creative toolkit, and also it brought our amazing R&D team at Moment Factory to really push us further. The fact also of working with Parks Canada, it brings the challenge, but also the opportunity of following their vision of leaving no trace. And it pushed us to create this portable toolkit that a visitor carry with them to create a connected, immersive, and multimedia experience. I want to thank you, everyone at Moment Factory that worked really hard to create that show and that put all their passion into it. And finally, I want to thank you, Thea, for recognizing our work this way. I think this type of project that is carbon neutral but also sustainable is really important for us, and we really appreciate that you recognize us that way. So thank you very much. Merci beaucoup and bonne soirée.